Oh, wow. Guys, I just found a super rare boss. I was just looking up some unlockable things and all that. And sure enough, there was a lot of things I could have gotten a long time ago that I didn't get. And apparently, there's also super rare bosses I didn't even know existed. So, if they're on this stage where you usually fight the Dodonga, if it has snow on it, which is super rare, it has a new boss. The Great Dinosaur. Snow falls in the Dongaroid ruins only rarely. On this day, a giant dragon appears before the Patapons. Laugh in the face of death and defeat the dragon. I am just going to do one little thing to make sure nothing goes wrong. So... save state. Okay. So I just make sure that even if I somehow lose to this, which I don't think I will, things won't go bad. Now, since I actually didn't expect to get this fast at all, actually, I didn't even prepare a timer. Anyway, I got a new miracle. In this same stage, if there's mist instead, the other other Dodonga boss will appear, the Machidonga. Defeat it 3 times and you get the Brimstone Juju, which is the attack miracle. Let me see, what did I find here? Yeah, it's the attack miracle. I was trying to get all the missing things that I have missed throughout my journey, which I periodically do, and I always miss. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this, and because I don't know much about this boss, anything at all other than it's a Dodonga kind of boss, and yeah, honestly that's it. That's all I know about it. And it's ice-like, because it only appears in the blizzard. So I'm going to make the best of everything I have in this one. Put all my eggs in one basket, and it's gonna be dragon eggs. So with our dragon eggs, let's move out and beat an actual dragon. Okay, so after looking at my things, I decided to give all these guys ice resist, because this guy uses a lot of ice attacks, and if I couldn't give it a fire resist, ice resist, I'll give it just some defense, because the attacks are quite powerful. Plus, apparently it's also weak against fire. It will not change its attacks unless you can stagger it, but that's really it. And I don't have a miracle for fire, which I don't even know if it exists. Probably does. Oh, not from what I can see. There's the only element that isn't there, actually. Funny enough. Anyway, let's hope this works instead. Hopefully it should. And we are going into this battle, which is actually very difficult. Which is why you actually saw that that cut. It's because it actually killed me, and I had to change back into something that resisted its powers. That's why I went to have full ice resist and fire strength, you can call, because this guy has a few attacks That's basically instant kill if you don't. Right there is just using its ice breath, which by itself is very devastating. So that by itself is the reason why I want the ice resist guys. But I also chose to have a Patapon because this attack is doing right here. It has a long charge up. If you don't use your Patapon and a Chagasong, that thing hurts you a lot. If you just attack it without having a Patapon hero that does the special ability, consider yourself dead. It's that powerful. The most powerful attack in the game. And it does it a fucking lot. You either need to be very powerful at the end of the game, which, spoiler by the way, we're pretty close to the end of the game. Or you had to use the cheese strategy by using a Patapon hero. Because basically, if you're gonna use a Patapon hero, there's not one mission you can fail at. Really, there's none, because if you use the Patapon hero perfectly, you cannot even be touched. Because that shield, it isn't just protection and makes it so you take less damage. You take 0 damage to anything. The only thing that will actually hurt you are instant kill attacks that some bosses can do. This one included has an instant kill, which means that it just eats your Patapon. So, and then we got the egg for it, so if I want to face it again, I can. At least if we beat it, which, spoiler, I do. I don't really want to show failed attempts. That's a thing you probably have noticed in this Let's Play. In general, I don't like showing failed attempts because it's just waste time. And especially consider that this is post-commentary. I can't really make it that much more entertaining showing that I failed. If it was a live commentary all this, sure. It might have been interesting just to see my reaction of failing or whatever. But since it's post, nah. Okay, here I actually tried a new song, which is that, yeah, the attack miracle. And this is the miracle that I got, which I showed. And I actually didn't talk about it before, but there's another miracle that you can get. Just one, actually there's 2 more, but there's one more which I did get, which I for some reason didn't talk about. And that's actually a defense miracle. I don't remember how you get it. Oop. Oh, you didn't hear that. Of course you didn't. You don't hear my microphone. Let me see. Patapon 2 Miracle. So the defense one. Where is it? Oh, I did this one again. Alright, so I just looked it up. I didn't think I mentioned it, but the attack miracle which I've used here, you can get that by beating the Machidonka, which appears in the stage I did. I do think I said this. Ooh, nice. This is already worth fighting this boss, getting these. Highest level of mineral. Anyway. By fighting Machidonka, which you can fight on this stage if it is on Steam, yeah, I was about to say Misty Days, you can get the attack miracle by beating it on level 3 or higher. The defense miracle, which I also have, which I never did use actually, is gotten by defeating Deratula, which is one of the others. Patapon, patapon. The Tarantula is just it's kind of like the spider boss that you actually had to use the rain miracle to actually fight him. I did fight that as well and got the defense miracle by beating it on level 3. And there I just lost a Patapon. I actually lost an important one. That was dumb. I forgot it had that attack. That was a bit dumb of me. Oh, by the way, the attack miracle, no, I'm not too sure it's worth it. If you have a Patapon hero, don't bother. Because you have great defense, so you don't need to worry about being attacked. Which is the only reason why you would do the thing anyway. Because you would... the time you otherwise would have wasted, you could have been attacked a lot and lost a lot of health. That would be the only reason you would use the defense miracle at all. And I didn't get it here, but supposedly you can get a heaven equipment here by beating that guy. I never did unlock it, and why the hell do I have a mouse on the screen? Oh! That's just a mistake. Don't pay attention to that. Okay, that's a bit annoying. That was not a fight worth it, really. Well, kinda. I got some high level material. I got a level 5 and level 4 mineral. But there was another item that I can drop, which is way more worth it. I'm not going to try and go for it much more. I will, whenever I go onto the map, I will look at that state and see if it's there. And see if I can get the item. One of the other items you can drop, which I thought was a sure thing you will get first time, is one of the heaven equipment. I already have 2 of them, and they are some of my best. Actually, I have 3. I forgot the Heaven Sword was one of them. But it was supposed to drop one of those. It's one of the only ways to actually get the items as well. So, that's a bit annoying. Anyway, be right back. I was trying to do some other things before the episode actually started. Guys, I went overboard. Like, serious overboard. Without saying anything, I'm just gonna show you. First of all, that alone. Let's go into an actual game. and check this out. This is not even gonna be post-commentary. It's dead. 2 commands! It's dead! I went overboard. I upgraded almost everything I could, but just wasting a few hours. 31 seconds. Jesus Christ. I'm honestly not sure if what I should do now. I feel like I'm overpowered as shit. Oh my god. This is way too much. It also doesn't help that I found out something you can do with Patapon. Let me just show you. I gotta do on level 3. This also works on level 2. It does a little bit different, but this also works. So if you give this guy the highest level of material, or rather the highest level of what's it called, mineral, and not only do you also have a new minigame, but this also something happens. Okay, you're baffling me there. Okay, so what just happened is, if you do perfect, you can get one of the big sets. This is the demon set, which is the strongest you can make. If you do perfect on level 2, you get the divine set. I got all the divine set, each and every one. On the demon set, I am missing a few. I actually only got 5. I just have a little tally board on the side here that just counts how many I have, so I can remember it in my head. What baffles me there is I didn't do perfect. I know some places say do perfect and some places say near perfect, but I tried doing almost perfect and I got something else. And there I did just the same way. Got it still. I don't know why. But anyway, those sets are very powerful. Also, I noticed if you upgrade your Patapon on the legendary side, the highest level, like you see here, that Patapon at the very end is a level 10 Pawn. I think that's what it's called. Right? Sorry, not Pawn. Pawn. Patapon. But as you can see, level 10s, I haven't done anything with Keep Pump because I don't like it. Basically, it's just attack and retreat. It's not a style I really like. And that made it so I have a lot of these guys. And I upgraded all of them for only one each. And I did it mostly, let me just go in and show you. Just because I would like to be able to have my hero pawn being able to have the best of them all. Look at that attack stat. 500. And it's not like, oh, that might just be critical or something. No. I'm going to choose my rubber pawn here. And also gonna upgrade to my things here. This one. That guy does 1,000 damage per second. She's really powerful. Oh wait, why do I have that? No, why do I have that mask on? It was supposed to be this one. Oh no, not this one. Because the Mokyogo is really slow, so I want the Susatano to make him faster. But everyone here have high level stuff. Let me see, isn't this one? Yeah. Oh, this isn't one of the big ones. But Magic Staff Room. Yeah, that's also another I got. This stuff is pretty damn powerful. I want to test a thing. I'm just going to save here because I don't want this to be an actual thing I want to do. I only want to test how good this is. This stage, I said that it might be possible to beat it. Let's try. Legit, let's try. And also gonna use a demon stew. I made a few of these. So let's see how well we do at this stage. I'm gonna cut this off, obviously, but except the good parts. You'll see. Okay, I might be powerful, but that doesn't change that my Patapon is weak. If I had chosen my my Patapon hero, that would have beaten it easily. I flew through that. Okay, let's just go straight on to the next stage. And I'm just gonna remove you because I'm too powerful to use stews. Reset for tomorrow, like we needed. I kind of forgot that this is the desert stage that can kill you easily. So I need to have my Rain Miracle on me. That was a big mistake. No matter how good your Patapon are, won't help you. Alright, so this stage, we are gonna fight one of the generals again. They make them out to be a big deal. Especially consider in that stage where you literally could not defeat them. In this one, they are defeated easily. And that's not just saying that I am powerful. The other stage in the ice stage, that was also one of the generals. And I defeated that one too. So they're pretty easy. Funny enough. A funny thing. This one's steed was a snail. A giant snail. What kind of steed is that? Anyway. We are trying to escort the... what's it called again? The catapult still. I'm really only doing it because... Yeah, I could defeat Ultimate Despair. Or was it Absolute Despair? I forgot. Absolute or Ultimate? Regardless of its name, I could defeat it if I use a Patapon to be invincible. Only for my Patapon. Otherwise, I'm just doing it this way because that's the way you're supposed to do it. I'm not trying to beat this game just for having a challenge. If I wanted a challenge, I would have set the game to a normal or hard. But that's not really why I play games. I don't play games to get a challenge. I'm playing games just to have fun. Anyway, Rain Miracle, we're back. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Patapon, pon, pon. Patapon, pon, pon. Pon, 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 pon. Pon, pon, patapon, pon, pon, pon. There that boy. Alright, so that was it was actually kind of fun to just sing along with that. Since I didn't have anything to talk about in that little break. Kind of forgot to edit that out for myself. It's gonna be edited out for you, but I forgot to edit it out by myself. I typically edit these videos before I do the post commentary just to make it easier for me. So it's easier just to edit afterwards, because now I had to do some more editing than I wanted really. Regardless, it's not a big deal. By the time I'm actually doing this post commentary, I've already beaten the game. There's not that many episodes left. Actually, this... Which episode am I? Oh yeah, okay. I'm not gonna say how many episodes are left after this one. Just to keep it a secret for you guys. Well, for those of you who don't know how long it is. And for those of you who actually watch this when they come out, and not when you watch it on a playlist. Which, how many actually does it anymore? I don't know. Probably just some people who just randomly do it. I don't know. I'm not gonna bash it or anything. Anyway, we just beat the general. Now I want to get out of this desert so I don't have to use another rain miracle. We're pretty close to getting out of it too, which is good. It's just a must to get to the end of the stage now because there's nothing else to fight. So, except that thing. We're still somewhat in the dangerous part of... Yeah, I probably shouldn't go back. Funny thing was I didn't really know. Kinda did, kinda not. But if you zoom back and you go and that part of it is in a different biome, the entire screen will be that biome. I say biome, which not quite sure if that's the right word. But the fireplace, the hot sands, they are a biome, and just a regular desert, which I'm in right now, is a regular sand biome. If you zoom back into the hot sands biome, the entire screen will be the hot sands, even if it's just a tiny bit. That's why I don't zoom back into it if you can. That's why I always zoom forward if you're in the sands. Just a small hint. Or tip, rather. And with that we got the Heaven Spear. Great Hazard. I got some bad news. Lady Midden was worried about what was happening on the battlefield. So she deployed to lead the Carrot Squadron. So she left. Let's just go after her. We're almost there anyway. Hookman the Step Bearer. Hookman the Step Bearer, a merciless man who, and one of the common's 3 great generals. It is said that he once set fire to the Gangora forest to kill all the Patapons living there. There's rain there, so I don't need to think about it much. Anyway, microphone needs to get a bit closer. Let me see. You know what? I want to make this a bit more interesting. What else do I have? I might just use this guy. I got the Heaven Club. Let's just see which one of these are better. Whoa. My crit ratio goes up though. That's the only thing. But doesn't that just mean how much damage I do when I crit? Not really much to talk about here. And then I caught my divine shoulder. Pretty good now. Okay, let's just go out. This might be fast. I really think this is gonna be fast. Oh jeez. Alright. Now, thanks to you, I've been chosen as Lord Ormanconnen's successor. Thank you. Please rest easy. Why did he just thank me? That's a bit weird. Anyway, while all this is going on, I was just looking through some things. Just to remember stuff. And apparently, there was one thing I kind of got. A miracle. Which you get. So, I was just looking at some various things while I was looking for the miracles. Just to figure out where you can get various ones, which I said in the boss fight earlier. I noticed one thing the site said. There's 2 different sources that tells where you get one of the miracles. One says you had to beat for the storm miracle. One says that you had to beat this stage to get it. Another says you had to beat Dokanil. I don't remember I ever got the storm one. So I think it is the second one. It's kind of weird. Regardless. Here we have the very last general. Hookman. It kind of sounds weird, that name. But this guy, he is quite dangerous. Because he can actually use the commands as well. As you saw that he did Pon Pon Chaka Chaka, which is the charging song. Or charging command. Kind of weird that he knows those commands. Because he's not a Patapon. He's a common. These are Patapon commands. And he is teasing us a lot. By the way, using oh, by the way, he just died. that that text box just before he died. That's kind of hilarious. Anyway, he dropped another heaven item, which I want. One thing I kind of regret doing is I got the, what's it called again? The Decapon Heropon instead of getting the Rubberpon, which, but meh, whatever. Decapon isn't that good of a Heropon when you have the Rubberpon hero, so Anyway, we got a map of some sort. Which means there's another bosses unlocked after this one. Interesting. Anyway, that's the end of this stage. And end of all the generals. Next time, there will be a quick boss. And we'll actually finally defeat that ultimate despair stage. Or absolute despair. Still forgot what name it was. That lightning really got me. I probably shouldn't use a Patapon one. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to Patapon. It's just my favorite Patapon at all. Great, Hata. The preparation to assault Soxi with the catapult are finally completed. It seems the Second army will also act as reinforcement for us. But where the deuce did Lady Meaden go wandering off to? Let's try and see if we can find her. There's nothing anywhere, so I assume she's at the battlefield. Also, we got a scroll, which I guess we get to defend us at the Kunokuno. You found the ancient ruins of the god's bounty in the desert. The mighty Patapon must now face down a guardian that has won many battles since ancient time. Actually, what am I doing? I need to end this episode. This episode's already been going on long enough. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and a comment down below and tell me what you think about it. Also, tell me if I should continue being this overpowered or if I should do something to make it more difficult for me. That would be much appreciated. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!